Hey, what's going on? So today we're going to go over different finishes on the helmets and just pros and cons of the different finishes. So let's go ahead and talk about a plain colored helmet first. Now, there's not a really ton you could say about regular plain colored helmets as they come from the factory like this. They are, the pros I guess you would say is it's durable, the finish. It's very durable. It's not going to come off as quickly as paint or even dipping will. And it comes from the factory like this, so you don't have to worry about painting it, or if you like this color, it comes like this, so you don't have to worry about painting it, dipping it, or anything else. You can just put your stuff on it and go, if that's the way you choose to run this. Now, this is just an FMA fast helmet, the ballistic version, except for it's plastic, so you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, so not a whole bunch of pros and cons, or a bunch of pros I should say. Cons is it leaves a very big silhouette, even when you're at distance. You can still see that this is a helmet and then this is a head. So that's not really a good thing. That's one of the reasons why we spray paint or have our helmets dipped. And another con is it doesn't look very well worn, in my opinion. It doesn't wear well, I guess you'd say, but it doesn't wear very quickly. So it's kind of a balance you have with that. And under night vision, you could definitely pick up this a lot quicker than you would pick up this or even a painted helmet. So that's just the pros and cons of just a plain colored standard helmet. So right in front of you, I'll go from right to left. We have a Ideal airframe dipped by Alpha Lock Graphics. We have an Ideal Maritime helmet spray painted by yours truly. We have a FMA Maritime Ballistic dipped by Alpha Lock Graphics. And then we have a Mitch 2000, and that was spray painted by the previous user. Now, I'll talk about dips first because I feel like that's what a lot of people are more interested in. And that is, as I said, these are dipped by Alpha Lock Graphics. The pros is it looks really good and it looks nice and clean if that's the way you like to way that it looks. It could be a con if you don't like nice clean looking helmets. Another pro is it looks really good under night vision. It definitely breaks up that silhouette and you can still pick up all the pixels, and it really looks good under night vision, and at distance you can't really tell, and as I said before, it breaks up the silhouette. Another pro on the dipped helmets is the finish, if it's done right, is very durable. As you saw in one of my previous videos of my review of the Alpha Lock Graphics dipped FMA Maritime Ballistic, I took a wire brush to the dipped part on the inside, and it didn't flake off like I was expecting it to. It didn't crack or chip or just start to peel off. It was literally like I was scraping off, I guess you would say, a factory finish almost. If I'm going to scratch it, it's going to leave a scratch in the helmet itself. It's not scratching away the finish. So that's really good. The cons is, for some, as I said before, it might be a bit too clean for you. It doesn't wear very well either, in my opinion. It can look okay, but usually you just have chunks of it missing. So that just kind of, I don't know, defeats the purpose of having it dipped. But as I said, it's very durable, so you don't have to worry about it really looking nasty. So as far as wear goes, it doesn't look as good wear as something that is painted, but it does take a while for it to wear anyway. And the cons is you got to find somebody that does it well. And by that I mean they have a good base coat, they have a good finish coat so it's nice and durable, and they know how to dip helmets without a lot of, I guess you would say, tearing or stretching. Now, Alpha Lock Graphics does a pretty good job. He's a little bit on the high side for people in the US, but if you're overseas, it makes a lot more sense. He did switch up his base coat to something a little bit warmer, like you see in this airframe, and in my opinion, it looks a lot better than the what he used to do about a year ago. So, I mean, and this helmet is literally almost a year old. Actually, I'd say about 8 to 9 months old, but I've used this countless times, and as you can see, there's not any scratches that you could see on it. And So yeah, you got to find someone that does it well. It could be a little bit pricey sometimes, but it's really just whatever you feel like paying for the finish. It is a really good finish, very high quality finish, and it's not for all, but the people who like it definitely like it a lot, like myself. So let's go over painted helmets now. Painted helmets are really cool. They give that really cool, authentic look to it. You could obviously paint it however you want, and you get the satisfaction of painting your own helmet, and, you know, because you like it, doesn't mean everyone else is going to like it, but, I mean, fuck the haters sometimes, you know? If you like it, use what you like. Now, as I said, I painted this helmet. I did not paint this helmet. We have, like, a snakeskin pattern on this, and then I did, like, a shitty AOR one with big pixels. I'm probably going to repaint this and do, like, a snakeskin similar to what's on that, but right now, I'll just have it like this because I don't feel like painting it right now. Maybe I'll bring you guys along with that, who knows. If you guys want to, you could leave your, you could post a comment and tell me that you'd like to view that. But yeah, painted helmets and even painted night vision pieces look pretty cool when they're worn. That is definitely a big pro to painted helmets. They look really cool when worn. The paint doesn't really hold up as well, depending on if you do it yourself. And I feel like that's just kind of the part of when you paint a helmet, you want it to wear. You want it to look used. You want to have that used look to it. Like it's seen action. That's what a lot of people, that's why people paint their helmets sometimes, is they just like that worn look. So that is definitely a pro. I can't really think of a con for painted helmets other than, you know, besides some people not liking them. And as I said before, fuck the haters. Who cares? If you like what you like, then use it. But, yeah, other than it wearing kind of quickly, but as I said, that could also be a pro, as some people like the painted look. It breaks up the silhouette. It looks fine under night vision, as long as you use the right paint. You don't want to use anything satin or glossy, obviously. And if you put a clear coat on it, try to get a matte clear coat. If you want the spray to stick, definitely do that. But yeah, the only con I can think of is other people may not like it, and if you use the wrong paints, it can look really jacked up. But it's really just beauty's in the eye of blah, 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 blah. Fuck it. Some people like it, some people don't. That's pretty much it. Shares all the pros of having a dipped helmet other than it being as durable. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all I can really say. We have just a bunch of cool helmets. These are all my helmets. This one just sold recently to a buddy of mine. You know who you are. And if you have any questions or comments, you know where to leave them. Post what you have on your helmet. Do you have it dipped? Do you have it painted? Do you have just a plain helmet with a bunch of cool shit on it? Who knows? I'm curious to see what you guys think. Go ahead and like my Facebook page. I try to update that as frequently as I possibly can. Got a bunch of days I got to work soon, so I might not be posting or making videos as often, sadly. But I do have some cool stuff coming in. Definitely want to make some more videos for you guys. But as always, have a good one.